I feel like I'm gonna be sick. I just looked through my Walmart history and I found this Walmart order from 2 years ago for the whole month worth of groceries. 45 items cost $126. A whole month of groceries just for me, basically. But I did notice this reorder all button, and I wanted to see how much it would cost now. Now, this order of 45 items for 1 month would have cost $414. That is 4 times more. How the how? What?
Let me show you Biden's fucking America for those that still want to vote for this asshole. Are you ready? Because I'm in the grocery store right now. So let's go. I'm sorry. $6.19 for Lay's potato chips? Let's go to ground beef. You ready? Ground beef before the discount is $12.58. Now it's $10.02. Let's go to some fucking steak. You ready? Okay? All of yous that want to continue voting for this fucking scumbag. Okay? Let's look at the steak. Oh my God. $39 for 2 steaks before the discount. Shall I go on? Let's go over here. Oh my God. $64 for, I don't even know what it is. Yeah. Before you vote, think about the prices of food. Got it?
I mean, she's convinced me. I mean, if there's no other reason, I mean, just affordability is just one major reason. A lot of folks have kids and people we take care of, including myself. And we want to make sure that we keep a roof and food on the table. But I want to show you guys this video clip from CNBC, who in this clip, they're admitting what Biden plans to do in this debate. Now, the debate is later on today, so if you're watching this video on the day of release, around the time of release, then you haven't seen the debate yet. But this is what Joe Biden plans to talk about during today's debate. Check it out.
Well, good evening here. Good afternoon out west, everybody. I am Brian Sullivan. As always, all that and more coming up across the hour. But first up on Last Call, maybe call this the weaponization of economic reports. If you missed it, this week, 16 Nobel Prize-winning economists are warning voters about the risks of a second Trump presidency. The group, which is led by Joseph Stiglitz and George Akerlof, who also happens to be Janet Yellen's husband, writes in part, quote, "While each of us has different views on the particulars of various economic policies, we all agree that Joe Biden's economic agenda is vastly superior to Donald Trump. The group claims Trump's plans would be more inflationary than what we are seeing right now. The former president, remember, does want to impose new 10% duties on all imports and a minimum 60% tariff on things made in China. Now, to be fair, Biden also likes tariffs, recently slapping a 100% tax on electric cars from China. Shipping executives, by their point, according to the FT, have said both policies will be inflationary. And there's also the issue, of course, of taxes. Trump wants to extend his 2017 tax cuts, but Biden wants to let them expire. Trump also wants to cut corporate taxes while Biden wants to raise them. All, by the way, as deficits and debt soar under both presidents. But here's the thing. Whether you agree with that position or not is not the point.
Well, we also have to take into account, and you saw in that graph there where it jumped. Trump had to deal with, I would like to call it a plandemic. Some people will call it a pandemic, but either way, Trump had to deal with something very, very major. So you have to take that into account. Am I saying Trump was absolutely perfect everywhere? No, of course not. But he was a lot better than what Biden is now, and that reflected in the price of everything.
Not the point. It's that the timing of the report is likely not by accident. The election is a long time out, but the first presidential debate is tomorrow night. And I'm willing to bet there's about 100% chance that Biden will mention that 16 Nobel Prize winners are backing him over the former guy. By the way, many of these same economists wrote a letter warning about Trump in 2016, and 13 of the 17 Nobel Prize winners also penned a letter in 21 arguing for Biden's Build Back Better plan, which was then rebranded, of course, as the Inflation Reduction Act. But here's the question to you. Do you care? Will voters actually care? Will it move the needle at all?
I think it will move the needle in the opposite direction, further in the opposite direction than where it's already been. So 16 Nobel Peace Prize winners, was it right? Yes, 16 came out this go around right before this debate, 5 months out from the election. Just, you know, like you said, this is CNBC. You heard it from their mouth. It's not a coincidence that they came out now with this type of statement. They did it in 2016, trying to warn us about, oh, Trump's going to be terrible for the economy. But the economy was great. We all remember. Gas was low. Food prices were reasonable. Okay? Things were affordable back then. Whether you like Trump or not, stuff was affordable. Now it isn't. And, you know, for me, this reeks of the same type of situation that happened the last time Trump and Biden debated. And you guys remember when Joe Biden stood on the stage and he said 50 intelligence agents, they all came together and said that, you know, this laptop thing, whatever he's speaking about, it's not real. Y'all remember that? Because recently there was a whole court case on it, and the FBI admitted, no, the laptop's real. It's been real the entire time. We have it. We have all of the information on it. You know, we got the hard drives. So these intelligence agents were lying. This reeks of that same sort of thing. And if you don't remember the clip, here it is.
My son has not made money in terms of this thing about, what are you talking about? China. I have not had the only guy made money from China is this guy. He's the only one. Look,
very quickly.
There are 50 former national intelligence folks who said that what he's accusing me of is a Russian plant. They have said that this has all the 5 former heads of the CIA, both parties, say what he's saying is a bunch of garbage. Nobody believes it except his and his good friend Rudy Giuliani.
Manager Kate Bedingfield just a short while ago said that if the president does bring up some of these attacks against Hunter Biden, that this is essentially amplifying Russian disinformation.
Let's just be clear. If the president decides to amplify these latest smears about the vice president and his surviving son, that is Russian misinformation.
So there you had it. Their words, not mine. Okay? So not only did you have Joe Biden on the debate stage blatantly lying, he knew the truth. He knew it was real the entire time. He's had those conversations. Okay? But you had him telling the public, first off, misinformation, which is what they're supposed to be against, totally against, misinformation and disinformation. He blatantly told the American public misinformation, lying and saying that, well, 50 intelligence, well, I guess he didn't lie about saying the 50 intelligence agents, because the 50 intelligence agents did say that, okay? I guess let me make that clear, okay? But he knew that the laptop was real and that they were lying. He wasn't lying about them saying it, because they did, which is also kind of interesting because nobody got in trouble for that one somehow, some kind of way. But they're supposed to be intelligence agents. But hey, you know, who am I? I'm just a guy that makes videos on the internet from time to time. I'm no judge, okay? But you had these intelligence agents say that the laptop was fake and it was Russian disinformation. But then if you want to take it even further, the media pushed the same lines, which you heard it for yourself. I showed you the clips. Y'all know I always come with clips. I just don't be talking out of the side of my neck. I don't just make stuff up. You know, I always provide the footage, okay? I always provide the footage. And when I can't, I'll say this is my own personal opinion. But in this case, this is not opinion. This is facts. I showed you the footage. You saw it. Blatant lie. And this 16 Nobel Peace Prize, like, this reeks of the exact same thing. Oh, Trump's going to be terrible for the economy. It's just going to get even worse. BS. BS. And to those 16 Nobel Peace Prize winners, to them I say, I guess we'll find out. I guess we shall find out. And even Joe Rogan, who has been a middling guy, right? I think even still to this day, Joe Rogan has not endorsed Donald Trump. He has spoken highly of him more recently. But as far as saying, oh, no, I'm backing Donald Trump, blah, blah, blah. I don't think he's come out with any type of statement like that. And for the longest, like, he refused to say anything like that, right? Anything in support of Trump in any way, shape, or fashion. So for him to come out and say what he said, and this is an older clip, actually, this is from a few months ago, I think says a lot. But even he knew they're gaslighting us, just blatantly lying.
And people are constantly trying to figure out a way to manipulate the reality of the world to get their guy past you, including high-level gaslighting. I mean, we've seen some wild gaslighting just past couple of weeks talking about the economy. There's so much
that. What was that?
Gaslighting. Well, one of them was Gavin Newsom talking about how great Biden was and what the Democrats' record, that this has been one of the greatest presidencies ever, full stop. It's like hot gas in your face. It's burning your lungs. It's just gaslighting. It's gaslighting. Yeah, his age really is a superpower. Yeah, man. Seth MacFarlane retweeted that and said, this is a million brave, crazy, so brilliant that they did this. I can't. What did he say? Seth MacFarlane
stunning and brave. Like, it wasn't stunning and brave.
No. He didn't say it like that. He's a funny guy, but he said something like, "This is written better than I could have written it, but exactly my sentiments." I was like, "This is so crazy. You're talking about a guy who can't speak. We all know you're doing this. You're gaslighting, and you're doing it because you think that this is the good side and the bad side is bad, and you do whatever you can to change the way people view things." And so you have these people that are doing it for virtue signaling. They're doing it to signal to the tribe that they're a strong, dominant member of this tribe, and they're fighting for you. Yeah, there's something that I've been rattling around in my brain for some time. And Bill McBidden finally articulated here better than I ever could. It's worth a read from start to finish. Opinion. Age matters, which is why Biden's age is his superpower. Come on.
That actually sounds like a Family Guy sketch.
100%. Well, definitely a South Park sketch. It's crazy to say. But if you're that guy and, you're signaling to the tribe and you wanted everybody, like a rational person who is a left progressive person would say, we have to figure this out. This is bad. This is bad. You can't just pretend it's good. The whole other side sees how bad it is. The world sees how bad it is. People in quiet say how bad it is. Yep. Most people in hush when they're alone having dinner, you're like, what the fuck do we do?
Yeah.
Come on now. Like, it's so obvious that they're just gaslighting us. They have been for a while now, and now they're trying to do it again. Oh, the economy is great, guys. The economy is fine. Everything's on the up and up. Well, the economy is great for who? For who? For rich billionaires? Which is also funny how that works, because they always say that Trump is the one that wants to make, the billionaires richer, but under Biden's economy, it's only the billionaires that are continually getting richer. The rest of us are struggling because gas prices are just absolutely ridiculous. Food prices are crazy, which I showed y'all those clips at the beginning. Just literally the price of everything is just through the roof. And now Joe Biden's talking about getting rid of Trump's tax cuts. Like, it's just... So be prepared to be gaslighted during this debate, guys. Be prepared to be gaslighted during this debate with Biden saying 16 Nobel Peace Prize winners said the economy is great and that Trump is going to make the economy worse if he becomes president. BS. Just like the 50 intelligence agents. Just saying. Y'all stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.